Lamb Kleftiko. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a dish that I quite like the idea of. It's all the bandits up in Greece or in Cyprus. They used to go down into the valley. They used to steal the goats or the sheep, and then they'd bury them in the ground after having a big fire and bury them, cook them overnight, low and slow, and then eat them the following day. And the idea of burying them in the ground is that nobody would smell them or see the smoke. We're not going to do that today. We are going to do the lamb. So if you'd like to see that marinated, check out Big Les last night. Here he comes. Howdy Big Les. I'm getting this ready for you to cook tomorrow. Kleftiko. I've been doing a bit of research, and it says the best cut that you can use is a lamb shoulder because of that fat that's in it and running through it, and it's going to make for a really juicy piece of meat. So I've got a couple of nice tasty lamb shoulders. I have never cooked with lamb shoulder, so come along for the journey with me. I'm sure it's going to be nice. Right, if you've had a bad day at work, this is going to be a great one for you. I'm going to get out the pestle and mortar. We're going to make a marinade for these lamb shoulders, and I'm going to start off with some dried rosemary, and I'm going to take a tablespoon of that, and I've got some dried oregano. If you can get the Greek oregano, it will be better, but I've just got some dried oregano that was in the cupboard. I am going to add just a little bit of black pepper, a tablespoon of that, and then we're going to take our bulb of garlic. I'm going to add some into this now, and we'll add some in tomorrow, or future self, remind yourself to get in. Hold on. I used to be strong once. Now even bulbs of garlic are beating me. Give them a quick squidge. Give them a quick peel. These are nice big fat bulbs of garlic. This isn't the stress relief bit. It's when you get to bash it all up. You seem to like it, Buster, when I get garlic at it. Any video where I've got garlic and the dog's there, well, to be honest with you, it's whenever I've got meat. It's probably eyeing up that lemon pepper chicken we've got in the Fornetto. Look out for that in a future video. I'll put a link up here, one of them cards. So you could always click that and have a watch at some point. Make sure you watch this video first though. Right, I've got 4 bulbs of garlic. Made a right good mess of my board. I'm going to get my pestle and mortar going, and we're going to give it a right good bash. I'm going to make this into a paste. We are going to add some olive oil, lemon juice and lemon zest in a minute, but I just want to get the garlic started. I'll get them dry herbs to help break down the garlic into a nice paste. Beautiful lemon. Going to zest that lemon. Only the outside, the yellow part. Try not to get too much of the white in there. I absolutely love the smell of lemon. So get that into the oh, don't want to waste any of that absolutely fantastic flavour. All them bits on the outside, get them in there and all. Old hickory, and squeeze Again, you could use a juicer, but I'm not going in the kitchen to get a juicer. We're doing some outside cooking. Right. Nice bit of lemon in there. Keep squeezing. Beautiful. The smells are absolutely fantastic. I think just because I've got one out, and that's from me chicken earlier, I'm going to have another half lemon in there. Oops. That was a juicy one. Right. I'm going to have to dry my hands on the trusty tea towel. I am going to have to order Big Les Barbecue trusty tea towels. I'm going to give a couple of glugs of olive oil. And then we're going to get me bash here. And we're going to make that into a really nice paste. Somebody invent smell-o-vision. See, I got that excited I couldn't even get my words out. Right, that's ready. Let's clean up the board a second. Keep back that other half a bulb of garlic because we're going to add that in tomorrow. Just quickly clean off my board. I don't like mess. Drives me crackers. Right. There we go. Keep up with me. I know I'm a pain. Two beautiful shoulders. I could use the old hickory, but I'm just going to get me little paring knife and I'm just going to make some holes in the meat. That's just to help get that marinade inside. And I've got my plastic tub because we're going to leave this in the fridge overnight. Now, get me marinade, get it into that lamb. I'm going to hit both sides of the lamb, and the only way to do this is to get your hands in there and get mucky with it. This is going to absolutely penetrate all of that meat. It's going to work down into the lamb itself, make it absolutely super fan-dabby-dosey tasty. Last bit of the marinade in. Again, get it into all them nooks and crannies. Try and make sure you push it down into them holes that you've made. Bits of garlic will get in there. Get that on the top. My hands are now nice and icky sticky. We'll get the lid on. We'll pop it in the fridge, and then I'll pass it over to you. Big Les in the morning. See you guys then. Right, now you've seen how we've got these shoulders marinated. We are going to put them in a tinfoil tray in a minute, but just to get some of that smoky note that you get if you were cooking in a fire pit and in the ground, we're going to put them in our smoker uncovered for 40 minutes to an hour to let that smoke get on them. And take a couple of chunks of our apple wood. I think that's going to give a nice fruity note to the lamb, and we're going to chuck 3 of them just down into the hot coals. They're going to start smoking. Do you know what else I'm going to do? It's got an old garlic bulb. We'll get that down in there just to help with them smells. Pop off our lid. I'm going to put them straight onto the grill grates Fat side up. I'm going to pop on that lid and we're going to smoke these at around 120 degrees Celsius, 250 degrees Fahrenheit for, I say, the next hour. We'll check on them and then we'll get to the next stage of the cook. See you guys soon. Right, it's time to prepare our pan to take our lamb. That's my phone off. Should off. Old hickory, and I'm going to take a couple of red onions and we're going to line the bottom of the pan. Now this is how they would have, the bandits would have done it. So I've got a bandit's knife and would have been up in the mountains, and we'll be now wrapping that up to bury in the ground. So this is the bit where we're going to wrap. We're going to let all that fat in the lamb steam with all of our veggies. I've got a handful of baby plum tomatoes and I'm just going to half them and add them into the pan. This is just going to give that sort of aromatic smell, flavour to the lamb. Just going to keep that moisture in the pan so that it all steams well together. Traditionally they would have served this with potatoes in the pan. So again, I've took sort of half a dozen potatoes. I've had them in water. They are peeled, but we're going to add them into the pan. It's sort of like the original sort of one pot, one pan meal. So why not? I'm sure people have copied this for many years since. We're going to fill the sheet pan with some potatoes, and at the end when we peel that tin foil off, it's going to be a full meal all in one pan. Keep them going. These are going to cook for several hours, so I don't want to make them too small. So just nice chunks so they're going to soften up. Oh. I'm going to get them all in. Right, trusty tea towel. The lamb's been smoking for just over an hour, and as you can see, they've picked up some absolutely wonderful colour. So it's time to take them and we're going to nestle them on top of all the veggies. Get them on there, protect them. Now when we was marinating them last night, we'd added some lemons into there, and I am going to chuck them chunks of lemons in and around, again to help with that steam. Let's just get that. And we'll get any bits that are in there left over from the garlic and the marinade. Get them down in there. Absolutely beautiful. The last little bit that I wanted to give, just for a bit of sweetness, is just a little bit of honey, and I'm going to add that into the pan. Get 2 tablespoons of honey. Use my Big Lads barbecue mug to protect that. Going to get my tin foil, and I'm going to tent the lamb in. Make sure it's nice and tight. We now have our nice little lamb parcel. Pop back on the smoker. And we're going to leave that for several hours now, as the bandits would have done. I'll come back and we'll check that for temp later. See you in a bit. Well, if you don't bury it in the ground, it smells fantastic. No wonder they buried it in the ground. Grace, what? Let me dig a hole though. Right, she's been about 3 hours. So, I'm going to open her up, crash into my table. I'm going to give the meat a quick probe. Looking to get the meat up into sort of that 95 to sort of 98 degrees Celsius. That real pull apart lamb. You can see the steam popping out. What a reveal. That lamb looks absolutely fan-dabby-dosey. Let's give him a quick probe. Yeah, you can just see by the probe going in, there's no weight on that, and it's just falling straight through the lamb. That's ready for the final stage of the cook. That back, the juices, you can see the smoke, the pink that's got into that smoke colour, and the smells are absolutely amazing. What I'm going to do just for the last bit, last little Greek flourish, is some Greek feta. Get the old hickory out. Like I say, it's any excuse to use my old hickory. It's one of my favourite little gadgets. Let's get some of that nice crumbly feta. And I'm going to break that in and around the lamb. Oops. Bits that come off become the chef's privilege. Oops. I'm sure me and Buster will enjoy them. Poor Buster, he's pulled his knee today. Shh, don't mate. See, he's a bit yelpy, but even though he's pulled his knee, he's still out here, he's still hardcore, and he's wanting to cook with me. Now that's dedication for you, my little mate. Right, let's pop that back into the barbecue. We're going to get that lid on, and we're going to give it just half an hour now, just to steam off some of them juices and get that cheese warmed down into the Kleftiko, and then it's on for tasting. And I may have to take some over to my mate over there. Hope you're enjoying the video. Don't forget that subscribe again, it's down here. Hit that notification bell and all, 'cause it's going to let you when my next videos come out. And I'm going to keep bringing them out at least once a week. I'm going to try and push for twice a week now, all the way up to Christmas. Enjoy, guys. Right, the Kleftiko with its feta cheese. Oh my God. I've had half an hour just to get to know each other. This is where we're going to make a right royal mess. But there you go. What do you think to Lamb Kleftiko? So we've got lemon, We've got this shoulder of lamb, and as you can see, the bones just protruding out. The cheese is all nice and soft. There's more juices than I know what to do with. We just have a quick slice of the old lamb, just like the bandits would have done. It's beautiful crust on the outside. Sorry, I've gone quiet, but this one was suggested by Mark. He says, why don't you do a Lamb Kleftiko, Les? And after researching it, how could I not? Just the story alone of bandits stealing the lamb, goats, burying it, cooking it. I couldn't resist. That salted cheese with the lamb. Got the potatoes in the bottom, nice and soft. They're going to soak up all that. Oh, that's really hot. That was a really stupid idea. They've soaked up all that lamb flavouring. This one is a definite one that you've got to try, guys. Can't say any more than that, really. I'm going to keep all these nice winter warmer dishes coming, but all I want to do now is go inside and eat it all. Absolutely stunning. Thanks for the suggestion, Mark. Thanks for watching, guys. There'll be some videos over there. Hopefully there'll be a subscribe button somewhere above my head, and as I can say, keep on cooking, guys. Enjoy cooking for you lot. Bye.